It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we've got CeeDee Lamb. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far, and looking for more. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders, and it comes your way next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Garoppolo, first play, going to throw it. And this one too low. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Garoppolo now. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over.
Here we go.
Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his 1 collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran him for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd and a couple, Lance. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Cowboys at 14-2 heading into this final week. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. That O-line looking at a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Lance now to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Harris. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. The Lance going to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Harris will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive consumes 9 plays all total. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On play action. Now Garoppolo. He gets it to Thomas. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Going right back to Dotson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Here we go. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
From the 36, Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice. Come on, back.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Here's Lance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Trey Lance, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Garoppolo. Complete, it's Dodson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. A give running right, Gibson taken down at the 42. This defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it with a third down coming up. There's Garoppolo to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Play action. Garoppolo. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Penny showing off the elusiveness as he's in. Touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Brian Johnson now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Harris running straight ahead, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
56 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Throwing now is Lance. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick-6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Johnson for the extra point try.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A nice tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 2nd and 9, Lance going to throw right side here, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it in a double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll try the right side with Harris. And some room to work. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blowout out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo.
That one caught by the tight end Bates.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Washington on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here we go,
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a gain of 10. And the Commanders first down.
Here we go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Garoppolo lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Down the numbers. There he goes. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them and giving them extra opportunities.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fielded just inside the 20.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They hand this off to Harris, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Ready?
To throw, it's Lance. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a 1st down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
92 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 at a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Damian Harris becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st down, Garoppolo.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he goes out right around the 39. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. "35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
Here we go.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Devin Singletary, 76 yards on the ground. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Laviska Shenault, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Paris Campbell up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams making their final preparations for this second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Here we go, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
132 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Line of scrimmage, the first and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Let's go. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Lance looking to throw it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45, they'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Caught that one from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just shy of midfield, Lance. Throw left side complete. That's James.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 31.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down at 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lance going to keep it on the option.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
And Lance going to throw.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, Let's just say it's been unusual.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Wow, the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance.
He'll buy some time right. Throw right side complete to Carter. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here's Lance.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock will...
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Have to review the play. The ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge is successful. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 65 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Thomas brings it in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Garoppolo.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. A
throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Got a man, it's Brown.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Garoppolo's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now third down and 6 to go. Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash.
Johnson's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them that allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
On play action, Lance. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target, and it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Here we go. A gain of 16 yards. And the Washington first down.
On first down, Garoppolo.
That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Garoppolo again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing now is Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas
from 10 yards out.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And Johnson's extra point up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And now here come the Cowboys.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Okay, ready?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. James has got it. Complete.
And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Here we go, set.
On the give, this is Harris to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys,
it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, for Washington, they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.